Everyone in lecture 24 of unit 4, and now we are studying conversion from CFG to PDA and PDA to CFG. As we know that for every CFL context free language we have a CFG and we have a PDA too. So there is a relation between CFG and PDA. In last two lecture we have studied CFG to PDA. Now we are going to study PDA to context free grammar. PDA to context free grammar. So before going to this topic, we are going to build some concepts. As in last lecture, for CFG S tends to AS, S tends to A, we have wrote a transitions as here we push the value of S, either AS or A, and on matching terminals we have to do pop operation. And suppose we are checking A input AAA is accepted or not. We start from the description of PDA is that we start from a state having some input and a stack symbol, initial stack symbol. Now by these rules, whenever we get non-terminal at the top, we have to push the value of non-terminal. So here we push AS. Now whenever this symbol is matched with this symbol, it means we got a 1A here, matching 1A. So we pop it using rule 3 and we get double A S. Now again we get S at the top, so we push AS. Now here we get the second A as matching. Now we get S again. Now we push the value of S as A. Now here we get the third A, and we have at the end of the input stack get empty. It is accept by empty stack, acceptance by empty stack. So input get accepted. So it is just like that. For every PDA we start from some state, we read some input having some stack initial symbol, and after applying so many transitions, so many rules and operations, we reach to the some state and input get ended and stack get entered here and stack get empty here. So it is the rule for the acceptance of this input by the empty stack, by making this stack empty, in which we have Z at the top. This can be written as from Q state we having a stack symbol Z, we reach to state say Q dash, and after applying so many rules we have derived the word W. So it is analogous to grammar from where we start from S, and after applying so many productions we have derived the word W. So this kind of rules, this kind of procedure, we are going to convert it into the productions. From the transitions we are going to write the production. And this is not a simple, not a just a production, it is applied by the several production. We apply several productions to reach this position. To drive this word W, we need so many productions, so many transitions in between. So whenever we pop a by matching here, it means that we are driving 1A here by popping this A, it's mean that we are driving second A, and by popping this A here we are driving third A. if W contains so many symbols, suppose this, we have to do it one by one. For this A, then this B, then this A, then this B, and we have to apply this procedure in a procedure, and we cannot accept input directly. We have to go through the various symbols, and at the end of the input we will get the empty stack, and this word is derived. So these are related somewhere, and this is going to form a non-terminal. This kind of situation, when we start from some state having some stack symbol and reach to some state, this is going to make a non-terminal, by which we are going to derive some word. Some word means some symbols in sequence. Now moving to the formal rules. A PDA M having set of states, input symbols, stack symbols, transitions, and start state say Q0, stack initial symbol Z0, and it is accepted by empty stack, can be converted to a grammar G having some non-terminals, some terminals, some productions, and a starting symbol, where terminals are same as the input symbols. Vn is S union some rules like this. From this state, reading having this at the top and reaching to this state having some rules like this. These are making the non-terminals here, where Q comma Q dash belong to set of state and Z belong to tape symbol. So we know the non-terminals, we know the terminals, we know the start symbol. Productions P are written using following rules. First one is rule number 1, that is for start symbol S. As productions are given by S tends to, we start from Q0, here Q0 is the start state, having Z0 as the stack initial symbol, and we reach to some state say Q dash or say Q. And what is this Q? For every Q belong in capital Q. So we know start state and the stack initial symbol, but where we are going to reach at when stack get empty, we don't know. It may be Q0, it may be Q1. Suppose capital Q contain Q0, Q1. So it is every state in the capital Q. Rule number 2 is for the transition in which we do pop operation. Each move erasing means where we do pop operation. A push down symbol means stack symbol, the top of the stack, given by, this is rule number 1, given by Q dash slash this belong to Q A Z. It's mean that we have a transition in which we from state Q we read input A, Z is the top of the symbol, and we reach to Q dash and pop this z. Why we write this belong to this? Because a transition may have multiple operations. Because a transition have, we write the transition in curly braces. So one of the operation is pop operation here. It can be written as, if we write it in rough, it can be written as q0 a. It can be written as q reading a z is equal to q dash null. It can be written like this. So what we are doing here, we starting from state q and having symbol z, and we are driving a here, and when we pop a symbol, it's mean that we have successfully drived. If we pop this, it's mean we have successfully drive this a. We pop this, it mean we have successfully drived a, and we are going to reach q dash here. From q, having z at the top, and by erasing it, we are reaching to q dash, and we are reaching to q dash from q, having z at the top, and by erasing it, we are driving a. Now rule number 3. Rule 3 is for non-erasing moves. It's mean for do nothing or push operations. Each move not erasing a push down symbol given by we are reaching q1 and having stack as z1 z2 z3 and so on up to zm belong to q, having a at the top and a at the input and z at the top. It can be written as something like this, having q a z, and we have here q1 z1 z2 so on zm. It can be written like this. So what we are doing here, from q we started having z at the top, and we drive this a, but we are not driving only a. After that, we are getting more stack symbol. We are not popping it only, we are popping it and having something at the place of z. We remove z and push z1 z2 and zn. So here from q2 we move to q1 and z1 here for the very first symbol of the stack. Now from z1 we will reach to some state, and from this state we will reach to z2, and from this z2 we will reach to this state, and from this state we will reach to some other place, and at the end we will reach to zm and reach to state, the final state, say q dash. So by using this transition we are reaching to the finally the state at the end q dash, and here where we end at the end of z1, from this place we have to start for z2. So if it is q2, then we will start from q2. If it is q3, we will start from q3. Similarly, these state will be matching state. And this last state will be match with this last state. So we derived a and we move further. We derived a, reached q1, and from q1 we will get z1 and reach to some state q2, and from q2 we will reach to z2. We derive something and reach to z2, then from this we will reach to some state, and so on we will end at some state. Here q dash or q2 q3 QM, these are all are in capital Q. So here we have these three rules to write the transition for the PDA. Thanks for transitions, converting transition of PDA into the symbol into the productions of grammar. Thanks for attending the lecture.